Hello people, my name is Crystal Fear and welcome back to my channel. Again, I know I keep saying this, but I do want to start recording again. This past year has been insane. Just utterly insane. 2018 was kind of a shit show. There were a lot of good points. I started going to therapy. I have been getting better when it comes to all of my health. But there was also a lot of bad. I get really stressed out when it comes to news and political stuff. I get kind of involved in all of it, and then I kind of, have mental breakdowns and kind of dissociate from the world. So, you know. So, I thought today we would talk about the past year and also do a little bit of makeup, because I feel like putting on makeup today, and I've never actually done a makeup thing on my channel, so we're gonna do that. So, start with a headband, which makes me look ridiculous, but that's okay. Actually, why am I using this? I'm not sure that actually works well. It'll be fine. I can wear cat ears. It's cool. Anyway, so 2018 started off the year doing YouTube full time. I was recording every week. Some of you were around for that, some of you weren't. But yeah, I was recording all the time and was really having fun with it. And then YouTube, in their infinite wisdom, decided to cut everyone out of the partnership program that wasn't over, 1,000 followers and had like 10,000 hours of view time, something like that. It was kind of insane and really pissed everybody off. But, it's YouTube. You can't really do much about it. This shade is way light for me on camera. In person, it actually looks fine, but on camera, good God. That's okay. I kind of like looking like a ghost anyway. It's fine. So yeah, when they decided to do that, I got really depressed. Because I had really wanted to be doing YouTube full time. But when they did that, it made it so that I wasn't allowed to put any ads on my videos, which, I hadn't been making that much, but it was something. And it was kind of nice to have, just a little bit of extra income. God, that is really pale. But when they did that, I don't know, I just kind of felt like it wasn't really worth my time. So I stopped for quite a while. And then I think I did like one or two videos when we got really close to 100 subscribers, which thank you guys so much. I know that we're like a few subscribers away from 200, which is insane. Thank you guys. I'm actually gonna take these off because it's not working. Go back to the regular headband. What even is my hair doing? Good grief. Anyway, so I don't know. It was just really disheartening, and I mean, yeah, I could have just kept going and, you know, kept doing all the stuff, but at that point, it was just kind of a, you know what, I'm gonna try to do other stuff. Because obviously YouTube wasn't going to work. And then in, I want to say October, maybe? Either September or October, I got on my channel to look at a copyright claim that it was a false copyright claim. I'm going to point that out right now. The claimant was Maker Studios 2. In case you guys don't already know, Maker Studios was someone that worked with Mark. Most of you were probably here for the like 3-hour video of him talking about the Darkiplier stuff. So someone claiming to be Maker Studios decided to try to claim that video. And they were successful. I appealed it, and YouTube did nothing. And frankly, I wasn't going to just sit by and give that ad rev to someone the video didn't belong to. Now, if Mark himself had claimed the video, I would have no problem with that. I would have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. But he didn't. Because, see, Maker Studios doesn't exist anymore. They're just part of Disney now. So Maker Studios 2 isn't the rightful copyright holder of that video. I may eventually put it back up to see if I can have it up without having an issue, but if it gets claimed again, I'm just going to take it down and leave it down. We'll see how that goes. just because I'd like to be able to do this again. I kind of went off on a tangent. Sorry. What I meant to get into was the fact that when I got back on my channel to deal with all of that, I realized that suddenly, for some reason, I could monetize again. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what YouTube is doing. But yeah, so I can monetize my videos again. So if you're seeing ads on my singing videos, that is why, because I can again, which is nice. I look like an absolute ghost. I'm okay with that. I know a lot of beauty gurus will, do all the contour and bronzing and all that stuff. But I'm a goth. I don't really do the whole, contour and bronze, and I don't want my face to look tan. I want to look, well, like a ghost, which I kind of do, which is kind of nice. Kind of enjoying it. Okay, so now I'm about to do something that I've never done. I've never used loose setting powder. This is literally my first time doing this. It's Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade Light. So I've never done this. Now, what I believe you're supposed to do, I think, is you get some of the powder and you take your beauty blender, tap it in. This looks a little bit dark, but just set your under eyes. Like so. Down the side of the nose a little bit. And then set the forehead. And this isn't really baking powder. And it's pretty. It is a little bit darker than I thought it would be, but it does seem to be working. Although in person, you can't really see it in the camera, but in person, I look powdery and a little bit like a corpse. Kind of look like I should be in a casket. This is why I don't normally wear foundation, but I wanted to do kind of a get ready with me, so that's what we're doing. That's really powdery. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Fuck. Well, okay. So we're just gonna take a brush and try to get rid of that. Well, that's a thing that happened. God damn it. Okay. Note to self, don't drop the lid. Alright. Put the little puff back in there. Okay. So we did that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I'm actually really bad at doing my brows. Normally, what I do is just use an old mascara and just go over the hairs, just because I already have semi-decent eyebrows. They're not the best, but they're not terrible. So normally what I'll do is just go over it with, mascara. But I've been trying to learn how to use pencil liner or pencil brow stuff. This is actually just an eyeliner, but I have basically black hair. It's my actual hair up here is like super dark brown. You cannot tell on camera that it's not black. The very ends are still black because they still have dye in them, but the rest of it is all natural. And you literally can't tell the difference. You kind of almost can't tell the difference in person either, which I'm okay with. It makes my life easier because I don't have to go in and get my hair dyed all the time. But anyway, I'm going to attempt to do my brows. I may speed through this just because this is going to take forever. Through there at some point. Wow, that looks dark on camera. What a difference, right? Holy shit. Wow. What a difference doing your eyebrows actually makes. I didn't used to do my brows. I'm very, very new to actually doing a whole lot of makeup. Used to be I just did eyeliner, eyeshadow, and lipstick. That's it. That's all I did. Nowadays, I'm watching way too many beauty gurus and getting ideas for makeup and stuff and things, and yeah. So, um, so now I'm just going to take, this is L'Oreal's telescopic shocking extensions mascara. I'm gonna guess I've had this for probably way too long. Years. But it still works. It's fine. I haven't had any issues. I know they say that you're supposed to throw out your mascara every like 3 months, but I think that's for people who use it every single day. I've never been that person. Ever. I don't have the energy for that. So, we're just going to run this through the brows just to set them. To kind of define the hairs at the beginning of the brows. And then just running it through. Brush up just a little bit, and then run it through to kind of redefine everything. That looks really dark on camera, but it actually looks fairly natural in person. Well, maybe not natural, but it does look good. So, and I need to tweeze under here, but that's okay. We can do that later. So I'm just going to do the other side. This side I almost always have problems with. I feel like everybody does. Everybody has a side that they're better at. I would guess, just based off the fact that this is kind of an art, I would guess that the problems we tend to have with doing our makeup on a separate side is just a simple matter of, some people are right-handed, some people are left-handed. And if you are, if you're right-handed, you're probably going to have a hard time doing your left side. But if you're left-handed, you're probably more used to using both hands because our world is set up for right-handed people, which is ridiculous. Not that I should be complaining since I am right-handed, but it is still a little bit ridiculous. So, okay. So the brows are done. Yeah, I might put a little concealer there. I don't know. Maybe we'll just do that. There. Voila. I have eyebrows. Sweet. Okay. So now we are on to eyeshadow. And I'm going to do... I think we're going to do a dark look today. I'm feeling gothy. So I think we're going to go for something a little dark. Which means we're going to start... Actually, what we're going to start with is a little bit of dark blue kind of shimmery shade. So this is the CoverGirl eye enhancers. In the shade Sapphire Sparkle. So, no idea if my camera will actually focus on that. But yeah, so we're going to use this shade all over the lid, all through the crease. This is actually going to be our transition shade, which seems a little weird, but it's going to work. Trust me. So, we're going to start off with just a flat, fluffy brush. I know a lot of people have been kind of bitching about, like, really cheap brushes. And while I agree that promoting a website that sells obviously cheap brushes and tries to say that they're worth a lot more is bullshit. But these brushes, especially these, the set that I got on Wish, they are absolutely gorgeous. They have this like blue to silver and then a black bit here, and then the brushes themselves are black with blue at the tips. And they are just beautiful. They are super soft. I was absolutely amazed with the quality that I got because these brushes, they were $10. They were literally only $10 on Wish. And they are so soft. Like, some of the reviews on the listing were like comparing them to Morphe brushes. So, you can spend, $100 on a set of 10 at Morphe, or you can spend $10 on a set of 10 on Wish. And you're likely going to get about the same quality because they're all kind of made in the same place. Anyway, drama and tea aside, I'm just going to tap off the excess, and then, like I said, we're just going to put that all through the crease. We're going to go up just a little bit, and then out just a little bit. Now, again, I'm fairly new to doing more complicated makeup. I didn't used to use brushes. I used to use just sponge applicators because they worked. It was fine. And then I started watching people like Tati Westbrook or James Charles. And they all use brushes, which kind of confused me a little bit. Just because, I mean, they not only use brushes, but they actively say that sponge tip applicators aren't any good. I don't agree with that. I actually more agree with Simply Nailogical, Christine. She uses sponge tip applicators in her makeup and in her nails because it's the best way to pack on either pigment or glitter. People will tell you to just use a flat brush with, setting spray or whatever. But there's really no point in doing that. You can just take a sponge tip applicator and do it just as well, if not better, with that. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like sponge tip applicators? Do you prefer brushes? Have you ever used any decent brushes? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of YouTube and our little community that we're building here, if you are not already subscribed, please do. I cannot promise that I will be making videos all the time. I am, in fact, not going to promise that again. But I do plan on making more videos this year. And quite a bit more videos than I did last year. I won't promise anything. I won't promise things like cover songs or anything like that. Just because my voice has actually been really unpredictable. I've got really bad acid reflux, and it's chronic. I've had it since I was like 14. So when I try to do covers or sing in general, my voice isn't always consistent, which sucks because, I love singing. It's one of my few passions in life. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that. Alright, I'm going to take, this is, I think the brand's called Dabble, in the shade Noir. It's just a matte black, but it's a really, really nice matte black. And I'm going to just put that in the outer corner. I'm actually kind of using stamping motions, just because this stuff is really, really pigmented. And I mean, like, really pigmented. You can already see that, which is nuts. I'm gonna add just a little bit more, just because, like I said, we're going for a very dark look today. I haven't decided if we're going to actually, like, highlight the eyes or not. We'll see. Let me get through the black first. But yeah, I very much plan on recording a lot more this year. I know last year things got a little crazy, and I kept promising to come back and make videos. But like I said earlier, when it came to YouTube kicking me out of the partnership program, it just really got to me. I know it shouldn't have, because I should be making videos just because I want to. But it's still a factor, you know? I need to be spending my time on things that are going to be productive and actually help me, and not spend my time so much on things that aren't. I know that seems really, really simple, but it's really not. You know what? We'll highlight just the inner, or not the inner, the center of the lid. So we're gonna do, what is it, a halo cut crease, something like that. Basically, you take concealer and just pop it in the center. This is not going to be a very tidy cut crease, but that's okay. We can clean it up. It's fine. Sorry if I'm not super talkative through this, but I'm doing a concentrate. Good God. I think I've been on the internet too long. Okay, so now we're going to take Wet n Wild. See if it'll show up. So it's Wet n Wild's highlighter, in the shade Royal Calyx, which I love that name. That's such a cool name. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take I don't know, what would you call this? A liner brush? It's a tiny little, like, semi-pointed brush. Anyway, we're going to take just some water. Because I don't actually have any setting spray, which I'm fine with, to be honest. And we're going to dip into this. We're going to pack on the product and then just tap it on. Don't really need to blend with this because we'll blend that together with the blue and the black in a minute. But first, we have to actually pack on the powder. Gotta pack on that pigment. How pretty that is. God, this is just so pretty. Actually, yeah, now you can see that there's like blue underneath my eyes. And I've got powder in my tear duct. Great. That's fun. Okay. So now, are you fucking kidding me? Why do I do this to myself? I think now what we're going to do is we're going to take our concealer, which I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer in the shade Light Ivory, because I am pale as fuck. You may notice that even though this looks really, really pale on camera, it does actually match the rest of me. Minus the fact that my chest is a little bit red. I was pet sitting over the weekend, and my friend's cats are super sweet, but they have all of their claws, and they don't really remember not to use them all the time. So I have got like a massive scratch right here. I've got a couple of them on my legs. It's a little ridiculous, but those cats are so sweet. I posted pictures of them up on my Instagram, which, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. It's just Crystal Fear, like it is here. You can also follow me on Twitter at Crystal_Fear, I think. I think it's Crystal_Fear. There is a link to it in my description always. I will always put links to my socials in the description box. Just because I feel like that's an easy way for people to find you. So yeah. Okay, so what we've just done is blend that blue right into the concealer. Feck. Well, let's just make it even. doesn't look that bad. And honestly, in person, you can't really tell. I know on camera you can a little bit, um, but in person it doesn't actually look that bad. And quite frankly, this side of my hair kind of tends to fall over that eye anyway, so I don't really worry about it that much. Anyway, I think we're done with eyeshadow, minus I need to highlight. I tend to use this one. It is, I think it's CoverGirl. I have no idea what the palette was called. I've had this for probably 10 years. Yeah, at least 10 years. Which I know sounds really gross to most people, but again, I don't do my makeup that often. I put on makeup maybe once or twice a week, depending on like what shows I'm watching. Does anyone else do that? Like, just put on makeup just to take a selfie for a show or a live stream or whatever that you're watching, just to be involved in the like tags or whatever. Does anyone else do that? Am I weird? Well, I mean, you know, we all know I'm weird, but that's not the point. Okay, so what I do is I just take the white shade. It's just kind of a shimmery white, but it's really, really pretty. And I just toss it over the tear duct and kind of around. So it's a little bit bigger of a highlight than some people do for their inner corner. And I do tend to blend it up kind of into the actual eyeshadow, just so that it looks like it's, you know, supposed to be there. I'm going to take a little bit more on this side. So I went in just a little bit heavy-handed on the other side. Actually, I think I went in more heavy-handed on this side. Now I have to even it out. That's okay. More is more, right? Just highlighting the inner corner. And I take just this tiny little flat angled brush. And I just use that. I know a lot of people use like really teeny tiny brushes for doing this, but my eyes are so big anyway. They really are. They're freaking huge in my head. But they're so big anyway that I kind of need more than just a tiny little touch at the edge. It needs to be like actually highlighted. So now, and this is a thing I learned from Tati, I'm just going to highlight just along the arch of the eyebrows. It just lifts everything up, makes you look a little more awake, a little more, I don't want to say angelic, because I don't believe in angels, but kind of ish. Okay, so that is all of our eyeshadow done. And I know this video is probably going on, oh boy, I've been going for a while. So I'm probably going to speed through a lot of this in the video, which I don't know why I'm bothering to tell you, but whatever. Anyway, so now we get on to the slightly easier stuff. Well, for me, anyway. So I'm going to line my eyes. I'm going to do just a quick wing line with the Revlon Color Stay Skinny. I don't know if you can see that. In the shade Blackout. I really love this stuff. It is not waterproof, unfortunately, but I love the brush because it is super skinny. It is super, super skinny. And I actually do my eyeliner a little bit different than most people. Most people will draw like the line and then come back in. I don't do it that way. I actually will start about at the center, and I'll do the top line first. I just find that that's the way that works best for me. Obviously, everyone is different. Everyone is going to have their own ways of doing this. I'm just going to make sure that that bottom line is lined up with my lower lid. And if you see me pulling at my skin, it's actually because I have very hooded eyes, and I kind of have to like flatten out the surface in order to get the eyeliner to be where I want it to be. Like I'm actually running out of this, which sucks. But I get paid in this is Tuesday, right? So I get paid in like 2 days, which is nice. Well, I say I get paid. I get kind of an allowance. Because for those of you who don't know, I live with my grandmother, and I kind of help take care of her. She's not senile or anything, but she does have severe fibromyalgia like I do, only she's, 74 or 75, and she's had it for, most of her life, and so she can't really do a whole lot these days, which kind of sucks, because I remember her being very strong and able to, like, she used to rearrange the furniture on like a weekly basis. She can't do that anymore. But yeah, so I kind of help around the house. I make sure the trash gets taken out, that kind of thing. Sorry, need to concentrate for a second. But yeah, it's just kind of it's a mutually beneficial living arrangement. Because since I don't currently have a job, which is all the more reason that I wish YouTube would quit trying to fuck over its creators. But since I don't currently have a job, I am kind of living off of what she gives me. But we keep running into, we don't really have enough money for all the things that we want. Or even some of the things that we need. Like the fact that I have to go and get my car fixed at some point this week because my shocks went out in the back. And that's going to be at least $160. My total bills for the month come to about $200 a month. That's it. So, 160 is freaking a lot for me and for her. So we just kind of working on it. Thankfully I dog sat this past weekend, like I said, and so I'm able to do that. But it's just, things like that keep coming up, and we keep just getting further and further in the hole. And it sucks. It really, really sucks. Anyway. I really shouldn't be whining about my financial problems, but when you've been poor for most of your life, it just kind of happens, Sometimes you just gotta vent about it. That's so pretty. I'm actually using the Maybelline New York Lasting Drama Light Liner in the shade 810 White Luster. I find that this is super creamy and is great for the waterline. It just brightens your eyes so much. Like, if you look at the difference between this eye and this eye looks so much brighter because of that white in the waterline. Again, I'm very much a goth. I don't normally, or didn't normally do white anything at all. But this is just so pretty, and I love it. So, I'm going to put this in my other waterline, and then we'll curl my lashes, put on some mascara, and then we'll put on a little liquid lipstick. I keep wanting to say liquid liner. But no, liquid lipstick. Alright. So now we're going to use Maybelline's Lash Stiletto. I love this stuff. This is... Beauty gurus will talk about their, holy grail products. This is my holy grail product. I love, 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 love this mascara. It's so good. It is perfect for just fanning out your lashes, making them look huge. It's wonderful. I love this stuff. But I have learned that your lashes actually look a lot better and a lot bigger if you curl them. I didn't used to do this. I didn't think it did anything. Nowadays, it's amazing, and I love it, and I will do this every single time I put on mascara. So, just going to go ahead and curl these real quick. Try not to get my eyelid. And I still manage to get my eyelid every freaking time. because I'm a noob, and that's just kind of how I roll. Oh, beauty is pain, right? That's the thing. Oh, speaking of pain and beauty, I keep seeing people talking about like lip fillers, and while I know it's super expensive, I would love to get that done. Maybe not on the bottom lip, because my bottom lip is actually fairly big, but my top lip really needs like something. Um, Actually, I'm going to toss on just a little bit of lip balm because my lips are starting to get a little bit dry. Um, and yes, I still use EOS. It's wonderful. I have the like vanilla mint one. I love this one. I love the actual mint. The what was it, pomegranate? That one, that's really good. The strawberry one is also really good. Um, Honestly, I love EOS. It's such a good product. It just really is. It's such a good product. It's got like shea butter and just, you know, a lot of really good ingredients. So I love it. Um, but before we get to actually doing my lips, I need to do my mascara and finish off my eye look. I'm actually shaking a little bit. I don't know if that's just my body being weird, or if it's just that I'm not used to holding a makeup mirror, because I'm really not. Um, Normally when I do my makeup, I do it in the bathroom, and sorry, I keep looking over at my monitor instead of at the camera. You guys. You. Yes, you. Wait, not you. Not you, Jeff. You, over there. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Lips. Um, I did scrub my lips before I sat down, but they are really prone to getting chapped, especially right now because the weather here is really weird. Like one day it'll be, 45 and raining, and the next it's like 20 and snowing. I don't understand Iowa weather anymore. It used to be fine, and now I'm so confused. Anyway, um, I'm going to use the Maybelline, um, what do they call these? Superstay. Wow, you cannot see that at all. That's ridiculous. Anyway, um, it's the Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Visionary, which I like. Um, I love this stuff. It stays on for hours and hours. It will last through kissing, through food, through just all of it. It's nuts. It's actually looking really pretty. I like it. Alrighty. So now I'm going to let this dry. That is the one thing with these, they do dry down a little bit tacky, so when you wear them, let them dry mostly, or actually let them dry completely before you start doing a lot of talking. You may notice I'm trying to keep them separated as much as possible. Let them dry down, and then take lip balm, something that is not super greasy, not oily. I again I highly recommend EOS. They're cheap. You can get them drugstore. You may notice that all of this stuff is drugstore makeup. I don't do luxury brand. Um, the closest I get to luxury brand is my beauty bakery, and that's not really luxury. That's they're like $20 or something. So they're not super expensive. But yeah, with these, with the Superstay matte inks, just take an EOS. Honestly, I am going to recommend EOS until probably the day I die because this stuff is amazing. Hashtag not sponsored. Would love to be, but not. Um, but yeah, I love EOS. They just work super well for this. So once your liquid lip is a little bit tacky or is fully dry, just take your EOS and do a simple coat. Just a single coat. And see, now I can talk, I can move my lips. I did go outside the lines just a little bit on that corner, but that's okay. It's fine. So yeah, that is my makeup. All done. Okay, so I guess we didn't really talk about last year all that much. Oh well. 2018 was a trash fire. Let's just leave it at that. Um, like I said, there were a few good spots, like the fact that I got to go and see Jacksepticeye at his live show tour. He was here in Iowa City, which was fantastic. I loved that. I hope that him doing that will actually get more people who work with that particular touring company to come to Iowa, because that would be nice. It would be nice to not have to travel, 400 miles to see people that I want to see. Um, like, say, Nate Wants to Battle. I'm sure you probably have guessed that I kind of like him. I enjoy his music. I enjoy him as a person. Um, so it would be nice for him to come to Iowa. Everybody that watches this video, get on Twitter, tweet at Nate, tell him he should come to Iowa on his next tour, because I want to see him in person. I want to actually meet that man, and that would be wonderful. So, everybody go do that. I think that's going to be kind of it for this video. So it's kind of just a get ready with me, which, again, I've never done. If you enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like, or just let me know in the comments, since likes don't actually do much of anything except, be feedback for the creator. So just let me know in the comments if you enjoy this kind of content, if you want to see me do more fun things with makeup, let me know. If you want to hear some cover songs, um, let me know which ones. Like if you've got requests for covers, let me know. If you've got requests for really anything, just let me know. If you are not subscribed, please do before you leave. Just hit subscribe and ring the bell so that you know when I upload, because quite frankly, YouTube is consistently broken, and that's pretty much the only way you're going to know if I upload. So yeah, that's going to be about it. I'm going to get out of here and go do something. I think I have errands to run. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!